Welcome to this transformative self-coaching program designed to help you integrate and heal the pattern and beliefs of people-pleasing. This is an emotional EMDR mini-course whose goal is to guide you through a process of understanding, reframing, and building resilience to this pattern and beliefs. It is recommended that you use this program in full screen mode, while sitting still and upright. Follow the movements of the ball or pattern on the screen with your eyes. As the words from the audio are spoken, notice the feelings they evoke in your body and any mental images that may arise. If your mind starts to wander, gently redirect your focus back to the moving ball or pattern. Optionally, or if you are not able to use video, you can also tap on one or more EFT points. How it works. In step 1, we evoke the distressful emotional state of the belief or pattern. Note: this can be emotionally triggering. Take full responsibility for your well-being. In step 2, we offer ourselves loving, compassionate self-acceptance for this state and beliefs. We then reframe the belief, pattern or state with new positive suggestions to the mind. We then bridge the mind into the new, more positive reality. We finally express gratitude for the new positive reality, taking it as fact. Ready. Section 1. Unpacking emotional experiences. We begin with a setup of the issue. Even though I struggle with this pattern, I choose to still deeply love, honor and accept myself, and I am open to a more empowering state of being. Take a deep breath. I often feel like I must put others' needs before my own to be liked or accepted. I worry that if I say no, people will think less of me or abandon me. I get anxious when I think about asserting my own desires, fearing conflict or rejection. I struggle with feeling like my own needs and wants are less important than those of others. I constantly seek approval and validation from others to feel worthy. I recall times in my childhood when I felt overlooked unless I was pleasing others. I fear being seen as selfish, so I rarely express what I truly want or need. I remember feeling that my value was tied to how much I could accommodate others. I feel drained and unfulfilled, yet I continue to prioritize others over myself. I am haunted by memories of being criticized or ignored when I tried to assert myself. I have a deep-seated belief that my worth is measured by how much I can please others. I feel a constant pressure to maintain harmony, even at the expense of my own well-being. I notice that I often suppress my true feelings to avoid upsetting others. I experience guilt and anxiety when I consider putting my own needs first. I remember instances from my past where my self-expression was met with disapproval or punishment. Section 2. Feel into this balanced, compassionate perspective from your inner coach. Maintain your attention on the EMDR screen, following the movements of the shape or pattern with your eyes. I gently acknowledge my tendency to prioritize others' needs, understanding it comes from a place of wanting connection and acceptance. I compassionately accept my fear of rejection when saying no, recognizing it as a desire to maintain relationships. I warmly embrace my anxiety about asserting myself, seeing it as a natural response to past experiences. I lovingly acknowledge that feeling others' needs are more important as part of my learning journey to value myself. I hold space for my need for approval and validation, understanding it as a search for self-worth. I tenderly recall my childhood experiences of feeling overlooked, and I accept them as part of my story. I compassionately recognize my fear of being seen as selfish, knowing it's okay to have needs and desires. I gently accept my past feelings of tying my value to accommodating others, seeing them as steps in my growth. I acknowledge the drain and unfulfillment from prioritizing others, understanding my need for self-care. I compassionately embrace the memories of criticism, recognizing them as part of my resilience. I lovingly accept my belief that my worth is tied to pleasing others, seeing it as a call for self-love. I warmly hold my pressure to maintain harmony, understanding it's part of my empathetic nature. I kindly recognize my habit of suppressing feelings to avoid conflict, seeing it as a protective mechanism. I compassionately acknowledge the guilt and anxiety in prioritizing myself, understanding it's part of my journey towards self-love. I tenderly reflect on past instances of disapproval, knowing they have shaped my current strength and awareness. Section 3. Visualizing positive change. Take a deep breath. I am choosing now to embrace my own needs with the same care I give others, realizing I am equally important. I am open to the idea of setting boundaries confidently, knowing my value isn't defined by others' approval. I am starting to believe that expressing my desires is a healthy form of self-respect and not a cause for conflict. I am willing to explore valuing my own needs as much as others, realizing I deserve to be heard and respected. I can see the potential for finding internal validation, freeing myself from the constant search for external approval. I am open-minded about healing my childhood experiences, recognizing my past doesn't dictate my present or future. I am prepared to acknowledge my fears of selfishness as unfounded, and I see the strength in expressing my true self. I am willing to consider that my self-worth isn't dependent on how much I accommodate others but on how I value myself. I am choosing to focus on self-replenishment, understanding that caring for myself allows me to genuinely care for others. I am ready to let go of past criticisms, seeing them as opportunities to grow stronger in my self-expression. I am opening myself up to the belief that my worth is inherent, not measured by my ability to please others. I am embracing the opportunity to create balance in my life, respecting both my own needs and those of others. I am allowing myself to express my feelings openly, knowing it's healthy and necessary for authentic relationships. I am choosing to release guilt when prioritizing my well-being, understanding it's essential for my mental health. I am embracing the idea of turning past disapprovals into lessons of empowerment, recognizing my right to be me. Section 4. Bridging the two worlds from emotion to aspiration. Remember to maintain your focus on the EMDR screen, following the movements of the shape or pattern with your eyes. Even though I often feel like I must put others' needs before my own, I gently acknowledge this tendency and am choosing now to embrace my own needs with the same care I give others. Although I worry that if I say no, people will think less of me, I compassionately accept this fear and am open to the idea of setting boundaries confidently. While I get anxious about asserting my desires, fearing conflict, I warmly embrace this anxiety and am starting to believe that expressing my desires is healthy. Even if I struggle with feeling my needs are less important, I lovingly acknowledge this and am willing to explore valuing my own needs as much as others. Despite constantly seeking approval to feel worthy, I hold space for this need and can see the potential for finding internal validation. Though I recall feeling overlooked in childhood and less pleasing others, I tenderly accept these memories and am open-minded about healing from them. Even though I fear being seen as selfish, I compassionately recognize this fear and am prepared to acknowledge my true self. While I remember tying my value to accommodating others, I gently accept this past feeling and am willing to consider that my worth comes from how I value myself. Despite feeling drained from prioritizing others, I acknowledge this drain and am choosing to focus on self-replenishment. Though haunted by memories of criticism, I compassionately embrace these memories and am ready to let go of them, seeing growth opportunities. Even with a belief that my worth is tied to pleasing others, I lovingly accept this belief and am opening myself up to the inherent worth I possess. Although I feel pressured to maintain harmony, I warmly hold this pressure and am embracing the opportunity to create balance in my life. Even if I often suppress my true feelings, I kindly recognize this habit and am allowing myself to express my feelings openly. Though I experience guilt in prioritizing myself, I compassionately acknowledge this guilt and am choosing to release it, understanding the importance of my mental health. While I remember disapproval for my self-expression, I tenderly reflect on these instances and am embracing them as lessons of empowerment. If you were tapping, you can stop as we go into gratitude. Section 5. Preemptive gratitude for transformation. I am grateful for the strength I've found in valuing my own needs, affirming my self-worth and the love I deserve. I give thanks for the courage to set healthy boundaries, recognizing my growth in self-respect and authenticity. I am thankful for my ability to express my desires, celebrating my journey towards open and honest communication. I appreciate my newfound balance in prioritizing my needs alongside others, honoring my right to personal fulfillment. I am grateful for discovering internal validation, freeing myself from the need for constant external approval. I give thanks for healing my past wounds, recognizing my resilience and the power of my transformative journey. I am thankful for overcoming my fear of selfishness, embracing the empowerment that comes with self-expression. I appreciate my journey towards self-acceptance, valuing my inherent worth beyond just pleasing others. I am grateful for learning the importance of self-care, acknowledging how it enriches my ability to care for others. I give thanks for turning past criticisms into opportunities for growth, embracing my evolving self-expression. I am thankful for recognizing my inherent worth, independent of others' perceptions or demands. I appreciate finding harmony in life, balancing my empathy with self-respect and inner peace. I am grateful for the freedom to express my true feelings, fostering authentic and meaningful relationships. I give thanks for releasing guilt around self-prioritization, acknowledging the importance of my mental and emotional health. I am thankful for transforming past disapprovals into empowerment, celebrating my unique journey and the authenticity of my self-expression. Section 6. Closing and next steps. Take a deep, rejuvenating breath. Congratulations on completing this transformative session. Take a note of how you feel in comparison to how you started, and consider journaling your notes about this session and any areas you'd like to explore. Be attentive to the potential reduction in the emotional weight of certain memories and actual circumstance shifts in your daily life. Note that it may take one, several or many uses of this program to completely clear or reframe this pattern and beliefs. This program and affirmations serve to fortify your inner journey toward a more empowered state. Feel free to revisit them whenever you need to. For more details, see the link in the bio or description below.